Stop! Wait, heed my warning. We need to talk about this artifact set right here. What's going on, YouTube? Ledger here once again. This time actually again with some more Genshin Impact. And this time I actually want to talk to you a little bit about, well, I watched a live stream. I want to talk about a little bit about it when it comes to this artifact set right here that they discussed or they revealed, right? I do have a warning when it comes to the artifact set and also a piece of advice for the future. When it comes to this patch, like, we got a lot of information. This patch is looking pretty good. We're gonna get a new area, which is nice. I really love that we get all these new areas every other patch or so, compared to, the horrible 1.0 to 2.0 time span where we got nothing except Dragon Spy. But it is good. This patch is looking good. We're having some pretty decent events coming, some more story. Very interested in it. But there is something that I did want to bring to you guys' attention when I saw that these artifact sets. I mean, granted, I saw them before in terms of, the information that was, that you could find before here. But I did want to say something about these sets, right? These sets do look pretty good. The first set, it looks to be good for Child, possibly for Ialto too. But mainly seems to be Child, seems to be the main person to benefit from this set. And then this other set is more niche, where this one with this set right here looks like it's just going to be for Dehya. Now, I'm here to tell you, do not farm this artifact dungeon. Do not farm this artifact dungeon. And so unless you are a die-hard Dehya main and you're like, I don't care, this and that, even then I still might recommend that you don't do it. But the reason I'm saying this is because for a few reasons. One reason being, this set isn't that good for Dehya. I mean, it is good for Dehya, but it's not much better than Emblem. The damage bonus that it gives is going to outdo Emblem a little bit, most likely. But at the same time, one, the Emblem is a dungeon that has so much use, right? The Shimenawa and the Emblem set are sets that are very flexible. The 2-piece for Shimenawa, you can use on anybody. The 4-piece our Emblem goes on so many support characters, so many sub DPSs, and a few DPSs. It's such a good set. So farming that is always going to be the better option when it comes to that, because it's just a better domain altogether. Whereas this one right here, yeah, the first set, the Hydro set is pretty good, but it only can go on a certain amount of units. So granted, I do believe that when we get to Fontaine, that the amount of units that benefit from that might expand, because it's kind of peculiar that they'll give us a new Hydro set right before the Hydro region. So I do believe it will come in handy later on, but I still wouldn't farm it just yet because we don't know when it's going to come in handy at that point. And also too, the set itself for Dehya, it's a minimal damage game, but the main problem with it is the fact that Dehya needs that energy recharge. She needs the energy recharge in order to function. A lot of people are going to be running energy recharge sands on her, and especially if you're using this set, because it's not giving you any energy recharge in the 2-piece anymore. So it's not going to buff her damage up that much, and it's going to take away 20 of her energy recharge. And it's not going to reward you for having more energy recharge like Emblem does. Basically, unless you have a C4 Dehya, I don't think you should be getting this set. I don't. Because the HP, the 2-piece for the HP, that doesn't scale well with her attack power. Yeah, it helps her tanking, but like as we know, her defensive capabilities aren't that great. So it's just not gonna cut it. So I do feel that trying to invest your resources into the set is a bad idea. And then another reason as to why I think it's a bad idea is, let's think back, right? When we've gotten a new region, right? Whenever we get a new region, we typically get an artifact set that is really good. So granted, the game released with Monster and Leeway, so we did have a few good artifact sets already. But when an Inazuma released, we got the Emblem and Shimenawa domain. Excellent. Sumeru release, we got the Deepwood and Gilded set, which is also another great set. So might lead me to believe that when Fontaine comes in a few patches, it's going to have another cracked artifact set. And if you're free to play, you're going to need those resources. You're going to want to stack up all those fragile resins that you're getting, not use them on this, and use them when you get to Fontaine, all right? So I do think, I mean, granted, there's no leaks in regards to what set is coming in Fontaine. I don't know what set's coming in Fontaine, but the thing Hoyoverse likes to do is they do often like to follow a pattern. I know we sometimes they do nonsensical things, but for the most part, they do follow certain patterns. And that is one pattern that I feel that they're going to follow. When Fontaine comes out, there's going to be a cracked artifact set that will help Fontaine characters and some previous characters also. So I would save my fragile resin for that. And do not spending on this dungeon right here. Okay? But that is my fair warning, alright? Now, you can do what you want, of course, but if you do it, as long as you are armed with information of what you should and shouldn't do and why you shouldn't do it. But if you go ahead and do that, I'm gonna actually be farming it. I'm not really gonna be using my fragile resin. I'm gonna still save my fragile resin for Fontaine, but you know, I have a C4 Dehya, so I can do that. And my set for Child, my Heart of Depth on Child is a pathetic set. So I will farm this domain, but I'm not going to be using my fragile resin. And I think you should do the same, even if you do decide to do this domain, all right? But I wouldn't focus on it. I would either, you know, focus on your emblem or your gilded or so on and so forth, all right? But that's something that I just wanted to just let you guys know. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is good advice? What do you guys think of this set right here? You know, add in your 2 cents, comment down below. Like the video if you like the content here, and subscribe to the channel so you can get more content like this. With that on there, Legend out.